There's a magical place, we're on our way there, with all the big transfers all under one roof. It's called...
Totally transfer. Fuck off.
You had one line. Welcome back to Totally Interesting Transfer Stories. We've got all the big names this week. We've got Zlatan, Sanchez, Wenger, and the first story, David De Gea. Now, Real Madrid, they've been linked with him for ages. 2 years ago, we made a balls up of it, but it's one that's not going away, and apparently their two main targets are David De Gea and Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard? So David De Gea has been Player of the Year at Man United for the last 3 seasons. After that rocky start initially, of course, Real Madrid did want him, but should he go? Would he want to go? Would Man United let him go? What do you think?
I don't think Man United would want to let him go, but obviously we've seen how significant player power has been in the past. I think De Gea is the best keeper in the league, and that comes from a Spurs fan. Yeah. Lloris, he's a magnificent goalkeeper, and after a shaky start, he really cemented himself as one of those top goalkeepers in all of Europe. The fact that he's young as well means that he could be between United sticks for years to come if they could convince him. But he's not a Man United player. He plays for them, but he's not like born and bred. He didn't come through the youth system. He is from Spain, probably the biggest club in the world. In Real Madrid want to buy him. You know, it's going to be difficult. He's already given them another 2 years. And
the thing with Real Madrid is they generally get the guy that they want. Yeah. They've made getting a goalkeeper their #1 priority, which I think is a smart thing for them to do. And he did want to go there in the past. So I think this is one that I don't think this one's going to go away. And I say if Man United don't make the Champions League this year, then he's probably going to want to go. According to Manchester Evening News, Man United are looking for a replacement already, and that man could be Jan Oblak, 24. The Slovenian who plays for Atletico Madrid had a great season last year, only conceded 18 goals, 15 clean sheets this year. He'd be a good option, but maybe a pricey one, Flav.
Yeah, I mean, it's been reported that you'd have to pay a lot more than the £33 million that was paid for Buffon in 2001.
Ages ago, didn't you? You would have thought that would be beaten by now.
That was a world record transfer fee.
That's mad.
So his release clause in his contract says it's around 85 million, which if Man United want to buy him, would likely that they would have to meet him. But that's mental? 85 million pound for a goalkeeper?
But do you know what, Sam from United People's TV always says they've got the money.
They've got the money.
So it doesn't matter. They've got sponsorship deals coming out their arse.
No.
So 85 million for a goalkeeper, although it's ridiculous. I think they might do that.
You can pick Pickford up probably for between 10 and 15 million pounds.
True. And I guess goalkeepers are generally a bit cheaper than that. So here's a question for you. Jan Oblak, do you like him? Would you spend 85 million on a goalkeeper? If not, who should Man United get to replace David De Gea?
And remember, this is a goalkeeper in Simeone's defence. Notoriously brilliant at making sure these teams don't concede goals. Won't happen.
Next up, nonsense transfer news of the week comes from AS. Arsene Wenger to Real Madrid.
That seems likely.
Yeah, possibly. Well, let me read this article to you. The Champions League holders are currently sitting comfortably at the top of La Liga table. Yeah, nothing to worry about them. No one's getting sacked. Not a problem. But trigger-happy chief Florentino Perez could axe current boss Zinedine Zidane should they fail to maintain their impressive form.
Yeah.
Break down that sentence.
So it's essentially, if they stop winning all the games, we could get sacked.
Yeah, at some point we might sack him.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there's more insight coming.
Right.
Failure in the league or in Europe would place Zidane's position under threat despite their stunning season so far. So, yeah, they've got previous. Madrid have axed Jose Mourinho and Carlo Ancelotti in the past, despite landing silverware.
Ancelotti gets sacked by everybody. He's 1 season, 2 seasons at most, and he's gone. So that's not an issue. And Mourinho had a massive falling out with Madrid. Yeah. He had to go. Nothing to do with him just being trigger happy.
Now this is my favourite line. And Perez is not against sacking Zidane and replacing him with Wenger. What are you basing that on?
Not against
that is drivel. Now look, I know Wenger's the man to talk about at the moment.
What newspaper?
AS.
What's
Spanish,
that? Right.
Spanish for Real Madrid. They need to find a new story each week. I looked on the website and the tabs were Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, football. Which essentially is how La Liga works, really, isn't it? So absolute drivel. Obviously, Wenger is mulling over what he's doing with the rest of his career. But of all the clubs, Real Madrid?
Maybe.
Sticking with Arsenal, and of course Alexis Sanchez has not signed a deal yet. Wenger said that he's waiting to the summer, but the Sharks are circling. Sanchez is saying that he wants to go to Chelsea, but Arsenal probably don't want to sell to Chelsea, a rival. Then PSG are getting involved. The news channel BFM TV is saying that they've had chats with Alexis Sanchez's agent. They could get him for around £42 million. That's 50 million euros. Atletico Madrid are looking at him. I mean, who wouldn't look at him? I mean, but I think it's going to be difficult for Chelsea. Paris Saint-Germain is probably the one.
So I'd say another club that might be looking at him. Tottenham. What the fuck? Seriously, could you imagine, right? So this is in the Express, yeah? It's come out. Spurs are second favourites to sign Alexis Sanchez from Arsenal. 3-1. Chelsea are 2-1.
Worth a tenner.
This is above Atletico and PSG. But Sanchez himself has said, I want to stay in London with a club that's going to win the league.
He said,
has a chance of good. It's something along those lines. Yeah, let's paraphrase. We're talking about Pesto here.
The point is, when you saw this story, and we saw you try and compute it and take it in, Flav.
Yeah.
It was difficult. I feel like you're still processing right now.
I mean,
and Arsenal fans, let us know, what would you do? Specifically, what would you do if Alexis Sanchez went to Spurs?
Listen, I can't.
Do you want him?
I mean, look, it's not. It's not a simple answer. It's not a simple answer because on the most basic level, he's a gooner, and no, I don't want him anywhere near my football club. But, and this is a big, big but. Imagine the reaction. And ultimately, I think guarantees Spurs, should all our playing squad come together, stay together, probably win the league next year, which is, as a Spurs fan, that's insane. If Chelsea get him, Chelsea win the league. If Spurs get him, we win the league, but we have to give away a bit of our soul in return for that. And we know what happens when you...
Would you do that?
Yes. Yes.
You're shaking your head.
No.
You're doing
I don't know. I don't know. For the most important thing would be Arsenal fans are losing their shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Arsenal fans have lost their shit frequently, recently. Yeah. So, and that's over mediocre results. So, if your number one player and your probably two favourite dogs,
club captain, isn't he?
Is he club captain?
I don't know. Feels like it.
Went over to your bitter rivals. As I said, what would you do? And last but not least, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. His contract at Man United is up in the summer. He's got a one-year extension if he wants to take it. But according to Fox Deportes, which is like a Spanish version of Fox News, apparently, I think, maybe, they're saying that he's going to LA Galaxy. He's going MLS. He's not going to have that one last crack at the title. He's going to MLS. ESPN FC have then said that actually it's more like 50-50, but that deal is there to be had if he wants it.
Yeah, he's the most egotistical footballer on earth.
He's wicked though.
So he's going to want to go to America, and LA. He fits there because that's the kind of people that do really well in Los Angeles.
He's a megastar.
He is. He's a brand in himself, and you can like what I like about it is forget that stuff. He's going to do what he wants to do because he's always served his own agenda, and he always will. And that's what's made him the successful sportsman that he is, and he can still play at the top level at 35. That is a rare thing.
26 goals this season.
Amazing return. But what I like about this is that Man United just don't have any control here. The Man United we knew of old, because we talked to Sam upstairs in the room, and he's like, "Yeah, we're talking to Zlatan. We're talking to Zlatan. He's going to sign another 2 years. He's going to sign 2 years, definitely. It's in the contract, something along those lines, all right?"
I told you already. Zlatan is signing a new Man United deal.
Aggressive.
Zlatan. Man United are not a big club anymore. They were a big club.
The big question for me is, they thought he couldn't do it in the Premier League this year. He's obviously done that. Can he do it for another year? And if he does, as Craig said, is he affecting the brand of Zlatan if he goes to LA Galaxy too late?
No.
That's the question for me. I think it is. He might not. If he has a weak season next year and he gets about 10 goals, he's not the Zlatan.
Sorry, what I meant is by moving now, he's doing the exactly right thing for his brand.
Yeah. Think of the branding. It'd be amazing. They change the name to Zlatan Galaxy. No, it doesn't work, is it? There's an L and an A there, but there's surely some kind of use for that in some kind of branding.
They probably would change their name to get him in. Look, you're talking about
Galaxy.
One of the best. What you're actually talking about here is one of the best strikers in Europe signing for an MLS team, which is crazy at this stage, but probably will happen because the money's going to be right.
The other thing is, obviously, you're a Man United fan. If you're a Man United fan, you're thinking about the Man United team, not just Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And this season, people like Martial, people like Rashford have had to play out on the wing, whereas last year, as badly as you guys did, I guess, they were developing, they were getting better.
I get what you're saying.
If you do that for another year, if he plays for another year, are you stunting their development even more?
I get what you're saying. But they will do anything to keep him. Let us know in the comments below. But you're lying if you say anything otherwise. Nice. True, innit?
So if you enjoyed Totally Interesting transfer stories, why not give the video a like? And as I said, let us know what you think about all the transfer stories in the comments below. If you want to watch more Ball Street content, there's Social Club. One Social Club topic is here. Man United, should they give up on the Premier League for the Europa League? Another one is here. Should Arsenal fans stop fighting amongst each other? And is it a new low for them as a club? Most importantly, subscribe right here. Press conference, right? Press conference, he's got the two dogs who, well, I didn't want to uproot them. Where was I supposed to go? It's either that or fucking Milton Keynes. Huh?
Yeah, they're settled.
The dogs are settled, yeah.